So I am recording, okay? So if you have a question, just ask it loud so that the recording can hear you. Other than that, try to keep it somewhat quiet so that they get a really clear recording on the other end. And so this will be, what I'll do later is I will post the link to this recording on our Facebook page so that you guys can watch it again if you want. And that'll also allow me to send it to our gals who are out of town. So if you're out of town, I know that I think Christina will be watching this from Michigan. So that's pretty cool. So
hi, Christina.
Hi, Christina. So yay, good morning.
Good morning.
Yay. Okay, so you guys, this is what I'm going to be teaching from. This is our favorite documents thing. And those of you that don't already, I know some of you guys already do have a copy of this. Those of you that don't, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post this whole entire packet on the Files tab of our Facebook page. Okay, so it'll be under the Files tab. And I just figured out that there's a Files tab a couple days ago. So, so it's been really great. So I'm going to post this there. So you will be able to print this at your own leisure because some of you probably already have a lot of this stuff. Some of you may have none of it. Some of you may have all of it. But then this way you can choose what you want to print and what you don't want to print. But we'll kind of work through this whole packet this morning and get you guys started. So this is kind of like the nuts and bolts of what we do. Okay, so this is exciting. So we're going to go over your expectations as a new beauty consultant, or even if you're a seasoned consultant. I'll just remind you. We're going to go over attitude, booking, coaching, selling, and sharing. Okay, so, and that's all it says on the first page. All right, so first thing I want to talk about is just your expectations as a beauty consultant. Who's the newest consultant we have in the room? When did it was last week. Yours was like on the 28th, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And you signed on the 29th. So she's the babyest consultant. But y'all are close. So let's just talk about the babyest. Let's talk about just some expectations. So first of all, you guys all look great. That is one of the biggest things that Mary Kay Ash was huge on, was our attire. Okay, and so you guys will see, especially because none of you guys have ever been to a corporate event before. And when we go to career conference in a couple weeks, you will see tons of people running around in the exact same outfit that I'm wearing right now. And you're going to be like, wow, I didn't know they all matched. But once you become a sales director, then there is a sales director suit that we all wear that looks really professional. But anytime we're at any kind of Mary Kay appointment, no matter what it is, we're always in a dress or a skirt. And that was really important to Mary Kay Ash. There's just a certain level of professionalism that comes with that, and it just looks nice. Have you guys ever been to any other kind of direct sales party or anything, and the person's not in a dress or a skirt, and you just feel, it's just weird to me. I have a really good friend that does, she's in another direct sales company, and she posted a picture the other night of a party that she did, and she was in a t-shirt and jeans and flip-flops. And I was just like, but here's the deal. If we want to be treated like business women, and we want this business to pay us like business women, then we need to walk, talk, act like business women. Okay, so that's really important. So dress or skirt to any Mary Kay appointment that you attend. Okay, and let's talk about our golden rule philosophy really quick. Okay, so this was huge to Mary Kay Ash when she created our company, the golden rule philosophy. Okay, and that is treat others the way that you want to be treated. And that goes for, yes, your customers, but also for your sister consultants, you guys. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And another thing that Mary Kay Ash used to always say was, everybody wears a sign around their neck that says, make me feel important. Make me feel important. Okay, and we all have that sign hanging around our neck. It's totally invisible, but we all do. I mean, think about a time in your life where somebody has singled you out, or in a good way, not singled you out in a bad way, but singled you out in a good way and made you feel important. Just a second ago, Debbie said to Caitlin, oh my gosh, where did you get that dress? It's so cute. But it makes you feel good. It makes you feel important. And everybody that you are important. But you guys, everybody that we come into contact with has that sign hanging around their neck. Everybody, and those of you that work in any kind of industry full time, where you're working with people all the time, like Jen works with people all the time, Caitlin works with people all the time. You deal with that every day, and so do we. So make each other feel important, but make your customers feel important too. Make them feel important. And there's just things that you can do, to make your customers feel important. I won't get into all that right now, but another thing with the golden rule philosophy, okay, treat others the way that you want to be treated. We all learned that like in kindergarten, right? Okay, so treat others the way you want to be treated. And I will say that is huge for us in Mary Kay as sister consultants. And here's why. Because, and Debbie, I'm going to use you as an example, okay, because this happened with Debbie like last week. And yesterday, we all have, businesses, and many of us are going to have mutual contacts. I mean, it's just the way the world works, Some of us won't, like you guys will probably never have any mutual contacts, like Caitlin and Stephanie, y'all will probably not ever have any mutual contacts. But, some of us do, okay? Well, if you ever come across a situation, you guys, where your customer, you're dealing with a customer and she brings up all of a sudden, oh yeah, I love, the time-wise, the this, the that, whatever. Well, there's a reason that she knows that she loves that. And the reason would be that she has a consultant, obviously, that she's working with. Okay, so I'll use Debbie for an example. We were at, had a party at Debbie's house the other night, and one of her really good friends, okay, we're sitting at the table doing the class and everything, and one of her really good friends starts, basically, I'm teaching about the skincare, and she's like helping me out. She's like, oh my gosh, yes, y'all have to get this. You have to do that. Da, 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 da. And I said, you must be like a seasoned Mary Kay user. And she said, yes, I am. I love the time-wise. And I said, great, who's your consultant? And she said her consultant's name. And so I didn't make a big deal of it at the table. But at the end, when she wanted to purchase something, I said, you know what? Loyalty is huge to us in Mary Kay. I mean, that's how we put food on our table, is through selling the product to our customers. So we would never want to take you away from your customer, from your consultant, because that is, that sale could be really important to her. Okay, and so we referred her back to her consultant, okay? And you guys are gonna have that come up, and you'll hear me talk about it in here in a little bit, but always, always, always think, if my customer got in a situation where she was dealing with another consultant, how would I want that consultant to handle my customer? Okay, and always refer people back to their consultant. Now, you'll hear me say this in a little bit, but like, if she can't tell you the last time she tried Mary Kay or what her consultant's name was or anything like that, that's a totally different story. But golden rule philosophy, okay? Okay, so let's talk about attitude. So Caitlin and I had a really fun conversation the other day. She said, do you want to tell them what you asked me about her name? About her name. She goes, tell me.
Well, I was like, I just had like a burning question, why are you called the Guts family?
She's like, why is that our unit name? Why are we called that? Like, that is weird. So, I know that's what she was thinking. It's a great question, right? So I told her the story of how I chose that name for our unit. And so one thing that's really cool is when you become a sales director, you get to name your unit, okay? And it's a little, like, not stressful, but I mean, it's like a big decision. It's like naming a baby. You're gonna have that name for the rest of your Mary Kay life, right? So, but I was in a situation where I was at an event, and I had some really big success early on in my career, and I was standing at an event, and there was probably about 300 people in the room, and they brought me to the front of the room. I'd been in Mary Kay for 2 weeks, and they brought me to the front of the room and told this was a national sales director, like, interviewed me. First time I'd ever seen a national sales director ever, okay? And y'all, please don't take for granted our national sales directors, because there are very few of them in the company, and some people, you guys, go their whole entire Mary Kay career and never meet a national. Okay, so if you're in my unit, you get a lot of exposure to national sales directors, because first of all, our national is incredible and amazing, and she's always willing and ready in there to, work with us. And then, I have a couple of nationals here local in the Dallas area, because our national, Deb, does live in Omaha, Nebraska. Well, I have a couple of national friends that are local here that mentor me. So we do get a lot of exposure to them. Like Allison had been a consultant for like 24 hours and was trained by a national like the next day. So it's a big deal. Okay. So don't ever take them for granted, please. But anyway, so I've been in Mary Kay for like 2 weeks, literally. Okay. And she brings me up to the front of the room, and there's literally 300 people in the room for this huge guest event. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this is so cool. Like I like kind of like the spotlight, so I thought that was really cool. But she was like telling everybody, and she did this and she did this and da da da. And then she turns to me, and I didn't know she was really gonna ask me anything. I thought I was just gonna like stand there and look cute, you know. And she turns to me and she goes, I want to know what you're made of. And I just said in the microphone I said one word, and it was guts. I said guts. And she went on for the rest of the night and talked about how this business is all about guts, you guys. It's all about your attitude. It's all about just having the wherewithal inside of you to just step up to the plate and go do it. So I want you to know that this is way less about skill, way less about skill, and way more about your attitude, what you think about, and what you choose to go do with your business. It's way more decision and way less skill-based, because trust me, the skills, like I'm still developing those. Okay, so there you go. That should give you some hope. That should give you some hope. But it's all about attitude, you guys. And I truly believe that our business is 85% skill, 85% attitude, and 15% skill. I really believe that, because your attitude will determine everything. And I mean, think about that just in your life. That's true just within your life. What you think about, you will bring about. The way that you approach situations in your life normally totally dictates the way that they go, you know? So it's all about attitude, you guys. It's all about your attitude and just making decisions that this is gonna work for me and I am gonna do this and da da da, okay? All right, so now we're gonna get into some meat and potatoes, okay? So the first thing that we're gonna talk about is booking, okay? Because bookings are your very best friend. Write that down. Bookings are my best friend, my very best friend. Okay, and here's the deal. Anytime you have a full date book, you will be happy. Okay, now, hear me out. Full date book is gonna look different for different people. Okay, full date book for me is probably somewhere between 5 and 7 parties on my book per week. Okay, that's full date book for me. For some of you, full date book is one party, a solid party every week. Okay, so please understand that when I say full date book, and that's another thing you've got to be really, really careful about in this kind of business, you guys, is everybody has like different definitions. Okay, there's different definition of success for everybody. There's different definition of a full date book for everybody, okay? So when I'm talking about this, you have to know what full date book is to you, okay? You get what I'm saying? Okay, that's important to know that. Okay, so, but I've never had anybody call me upset when they have a full day book, ever. Like I've never had anybody call me and go, oh my God, I have 3 parties scheduled this week. Oh, like, and I sold $300 at every one of them. Like nobody's ever called me upset on that, ever, 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 ever. Okay, the only time people call me upset is when they have nothing on their calendar. You know, they don't have work to go do, okay? Because we do know that you guys, when there's work to go do in Mary Kay, it works, okay? So let's talk about how do we make that happen? How do we make that happen? So everybody in here is a fairly new beauty consultant. I would consider everybody in here to be some of you very, very new, and some of you fairly new, okay? And so there is a certain way that we go about do that. So the first thing that you need is a contacts list. Okay, that's the first thing that you need. And you guys remember when you were brand new into the company, that was one of the first things I asked you to do was make a contact list. Okay, sometimes I call it your wedding list. And the reason I call it your wedding list is because some people, have you ever had this happen where you sit down to think, who can I book? And you go, no one. I don't know anyone. I don't know one. Okay, and the reason I call it your wedding list is because then the question that I ask you, and I don't know what you remember ever in school getting writer's block? Like when you had to write something and you just like, when all you're thinking about is how you have to write this, whatever that you have to write.
I did it for the website. like,
Yeah.
in the right mind.
Yeah, you just like, you're sitting there and you're like, Okay, so you can get a block like that in Mary Kay too, because all you're thinking about is, what are you normally asking yourself in your head? Okay, well, who would actually want a facial? Okay, well, let me answer that question for you. You have no clue, okay? So don't prejudge people. Don't look at somebody and go, oh, I don't think she would ever actually sit down with me. I don't think she would ever actually sit down with me, okay? You don't know because you have not asked her yet, okay? And do not make decisions for people. I will tell you guys, when my consultant asked me to come sit down and try the product, I was in a situation where I was working 85 hours a week, okay? We had just won a state title, okay? And I was like on top of the world, okay? From the outside looking in, it did not look like I needed Mary Kay, okay? And so I am so grateful that she did not prejudge my life. Oh, she's so busy. She's already successful in this other realm of her life. Guess what, people? The women that are already successful in whatever they're doing, those are the people that we want in our company. And hear me out. They're not successful, like, some people are not successful career women. Some people are very successful homemakers. Okay, but whatever they're doing, they're already successful. That's who you want to talk to. Because those people are an asset to our company. They bring something to the table. All right, so don't prejudge people. Okay, so anyway, where I was going with all this is one of the questions I'll ask is, who would you, if you were getting married next weekend, who would you invite to your wedding? Okay, so if you feel like you're stuck, think about that. Okay, if I was fixing to get married, who would I invite to my wedding? Okay, newsflash, if you've already had a wedding, go back and pull out your dang wedding list, if it was recent.
No, I was just going to say, how much are we spending on the wedding?
But seriously, it helps you think about your mom's friends, your dad's friend. You know, it helps you just think in different circles. Okay, and that's what you have to do, is you have to think in different circles.
And we have a lot of things, not a lot, but we have
Some of the same contacts, and you'll have to be careful about that. Yeah. So anyway, so once that starts, once you have a list, then you got to do something with your list. Okay. So this is where our text booking comes in. Now, hear me out. There used to be this really strong opinion in Mary Kay that in order to book somebody, man, I just looked at this computer and the lighting is really, I look like a ghost. This fluorescent lighting is terrible. Okay.
You can turn off the lights and just shine.
Yeah, I'm trying to flashlight in my face. So there used to be this really like strong opinion that when you were booking in Mary Kay, it needed to be over the phone. You need to call, and even like a couple years ago when I started Mary Kay, that's pretty much how it was. You need to pick up the phone, you need to call. Now, I do really think, you guys, that there are some times in your business that is highly appropriate, that you need to pick up the phone and call people. Allison and I just had this conversation yesterday, and we'll get to that in a minute. But for the most part, it is 2016 and people don't answer the phone. Okay, for the most part. I mean, who knows somebody? I have a friend that her voicemail literally says, hey, don't leave me a voicemail, just hang up right now and text me. I mean, it literally says that.
She doesn't even have a voicemail.
Okay, that's my sister too. Y'all are probably the same age. How old are you?
19.
Okay, yeah, my sister's 22.
I'm 21. I don't have one.
Yeah, see,
And none of my friends would answer if I called unless like they were like, "Oh, is she okay?"
It's an emergency.
Yeah.
That's what people think. Yeah. 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 So anyway, it's 2016. Text messaging is a great way to go. So when you pull up this document, this is literally a script, you guys, okay? And so the first part of your script, you're going to type this out into your phone, okay? And this is what you start sending out to your people. And it says, hey girl, I have a quick favor to ask you. I just started a Mary Kay business. And in parentheses, it says crazy. I know. Some people will think that you're crazy. When I started, everybody thought I was crazy because have y'all heard my high five joke? Okay, I'll tell y'all. So Landon and I had been married for, when I started Mary Kay, we had already been married for 4 years. And we did not have a baby yet, obviously. And so I always tell everybody that the reason that we did not have a baby yet was because all we ever got to do was high five. Like, as I was coming in the door and out the door, it was just like, high five. Good to see you for 2 seconds. Okay, bye. You know, and you can't make a baby when all you do is high five. That's why it took us so long to have a baby. And so I also tell people you have to be very careful when you start Mary Kay, because if it releases you from your job and you start to see your husband like quite often, then sometimes you create a baby. Okay, that's our high five joke. But I was so dang busy when I started my business that everybody thought I was insane for starting, except for my husband and my parents, because they knew like that I would make it happen. But anyway, that's why it says that. Okay, so it says, hey girl, I have a quick favor to ask you. I just started Mary Kay business. Crazy, I know. I'm supposed to do 30 practice facials this month. Will you let me borrow your face so I can practice with my products? I'll be so grateful. And then it says, I'm nervous, so you have to go easy on me. And it has all these cute little emojis in it, okay? Okay, so even if you're not nervous, just tell her you are, because it kind of makes her go, oh, she's nervous. Like, I'll totally help her out, okay? So, and that number 30 practice facials, okay, that number is very significant. I want you to write down 2 words, and you need to hold on to these words like your dang life depends on it. Power start. Power start. Okay, and a power start is 30 faces in 30 days. That's what a power start is. 30 faces in 30 days. Now listen, 30 faces in 30 days can look a lot different, you guys. I mean, it could be okay, this is how I explained it to somebody the other day. I think it was Kathleen Hunn. I explained it to her like this because we were just talking about numbers and things like that. And I said, well, you just got to make sure that you power start. And I said, listen, all that is, if you think about that, that's 10 times out of the month that you gather 3 people. That's it. That's all that is. 10 times out of the month that you gather 3 people to try the product for you. Now, for some of you, it could be you're holding, or 3 times 10 people, or 5 times 6, or 6 times 5, or whatever, you know. But sometimes I think when we hear 30 faces in 30 days, we think, oh my God, I gotta do 1 face. That translates to a face per day, is what that translates to. And it can sound a little like crazy, but it's not.
How much plane tickets I need to buy because most of my 30 people aren't here.
Yeah, well, and that's why so we're gonna talk about networking in a second. And that's why networking is so important, that the few people that you do know here, that they gather their people for you, okay? Because if you know 3 women, you know 15, or you have access to 15. Okay, so 30 faces in 30 days is power start. Okay, so now literally this is like a whole typed out conversation right here. Okay, so then she's gonna text you back, yeah, for sure. And then the next thing you say is thank you so much. And then I'm excited and nervous too. And this is when you go straight into the booking process. Okay, so here's the deal, you guys. When you are booking people, you cannot give them too many options, because they will not ever be able to make a decision. They just will not. I mean, we are women, and that is a fault that we have. When there are so many choices, dear Lord, we just cannot make a decision. Okay, like Caitlin works at Kendra Scott. Okay, yeah, exactly. You walk in there, and how long does it take you to pick something out?
Hi, BFF.
Forever, okay? So this is where we start the booking process. Do you think a weeknight or a weekend would be better for your schedule? That question is so important. Do not change it. Do you think a weeknight or a weekend would be better for your schedule? And what you're doing is you're funneling down the calendar is what you're doing. You're immediately eliminating half of the calendar is what's happening. Okay? And then she'll choose. She'll write back, probably a weeknight, you know, or whatever. And you say, okay, awesome. How about, and this is where you have to know your schedule. Okay, and those of you that have families and things like that, this is where you have to have some kind of somewhat agreed upon time with your spouse, okay, of when you're gonna work your business. And you say, okay, awesome, how about blank or blank? Which works better for you? So you give her 2 more choices, but that's it. So her first 2 choices are weeknight or weekend, and then her second 2 choices are whatever you offer her, Monday or Thursday or whatever, okay? And then she'll pick one, and you say, okay, yay, thank you so much. And then this is where I always tell everybody this. When all else fails in Mary Kay, blame everything on your sales director, okay? So here's the deal. Do we want to go sit down and do a facial with somebody? Yes. But would we way rather sit down and do a party with somebody? Yes. Because if you're going to be out of the house, away from your friends, or away from your family or whatever, then we need to maximize our time away. Right? Okay. So So right now you've got her booked. Okay, so now this is where you go and you transition into getting her to bring her friends for you. Okay, so you say, okay, yay, thank you so much. My director told me to practice in small groups of like 3 or 4. Do you have a few friends that would be willing to join us? Okay, now on here I have, of course, everyone will get a swag bag for letting me borrow their face. We'll talk about that in a little bit. If you don't want to do that part, you don't have to do that part. Okay? But if you do, it's a great little, like, yeah. Okay. Yeah, incentive. Thank you. That's the word I was trying to think of. Okay. So then she'll text back and she'll say, I think I do. Okay, and then this is where you go into kind of like putting her to work for you. Okay, so you say, okay, I guess I'm really doing this. I have you down for Thursday at 7, whatever. Can't wait. Go ahead and copy and send the 2 text messages below. And then to your people. I would send to 6 to 8 people. That way 3 to 4 will show. So let me talk about that for a second. You always want her to invite double the amount of people you want to have there. Okay, just kind of like rule of thumb. If you invite 10, probably 5 are going to show. Okay, and that's a pretty good little rule of thumb. Okay. Yes.
So sorry.
That's okay.
I just have a question. Is there so if let's just say you're not doing a swag bag, but you want to incentivize your host, is there a certain script text hosting thing that explains the fabulous hosting bonus thing that they get if they do get their like? Because sometimes that the friends getting something doesn't matter to them, but them getting something like
Really
they'll be like, hey, I am getting my people here because I want that.
Yes. So thank you for asking that. So basically, if y'all couldn't hear on there, Debbie's asking about what she's asking is, what is our hostess program? So jot this down. Side note, hostess program. Okay, so when someone does host a party for you, okay, what she gets for being your hostess is 10% of all your product sales back in free product. So if you sell $1,000, she gets $100 in free product.
Retail, right?
Retail. Yes, retail.
Product sales back in free product.
Yes, retail. Then she also gets 1 half-price item per qualified guest in attendance. I'll say it again. She also gets 1 half-price item, not free, half price, per qualified guest in attendance. Okay, so let's talk about what a qualified guest is. A qualified guest is someone who is over the age of 18 and does not have a beauty consultant. Yes.
And that's not over 3 people. That's just also gets 1 half price per qualified guest in attendance. It's not over a certain amount or anything.
So okay, the reason you're asking that is because you heard me say that the other day.
Yeah.
And so there are times, you guys, where I just kind of like have to use my discernment and just kind of, I mean, you'll know, there are some times where I will tell somebody is, hey, as long as you have 3 guests in attendance, then you'll receive the half price items. Okay, and sometimes I do that really case by case. So like, let me give you an example. The other night, I had a party that was a referral. Okay, and the girl that had referred me to this girl was only 19. Okay, now nothing against 19-year-olds, because there are 19-year-old sales directors in our company. Okay, I have a friend in Mary Kay who's a top director, lives in Virginia, and she had a new offspring sales director the other day who's 18. Okay, so nothing against that. However, not all of them are like super like mature and responsible. So with her, I did tell her that as long as you have 3 people with you, Because I want to make sure that if I'm going out of the house, away from my family, that I'm going to have people to work with. Yeah, right. So, right, exactly. So it's very like case by case, okay? So just use your discernment. I did that for my protection that time. So just whatever you need to do. So, yeah, so that's what she gets. 10% of all product sales back in free product, and one half price item per qualified guest in attendance. And let me explain to you the idea behind that hostess program. First of all, giving away 10% of what you made that night, first of all, that's 10% retail. So when you're giving away 10% of $1,000, that's $100 retail. That's $50 in product out of your pocket. Totally worth it for the $1,000 in sales. Okay? And then the half price item thing, well, when we order a product, how much does it cost us? We pay half price. Okay? So she's getting a great deal, but you're not losing any money. You're not making any money on those products, but you're also not losing any money. Okay? And y'all will hear me talk about this a lot. I really believe that you cannot devalue our product and give too much away. We are in this business to make money. Okay? So if you give too much away, that's a problem. Yes.
Do you have a limit to what you let them select? Do you let them select the skincare kits, or are you letting them select from like the makeup line? Or
Great question. So Debbie just asked for your time out for the half price items.
for the half price items, or even the half price items?
Okay, so for the half price items, can they just have like a free for all and pick whatever they want? It is an item. Okay, so she could get a half price cleanser. She could get a half price moisturizer.
That makes so much sense.
She cannot, that is not off a set. That's why I say it like that, half price item. Okay, now the one thing that I will let them do that on is microdermabrasion. Because it's two pieces, and yeah. But like on the Time Wise Repair set or the Miracle set, no. And also remember what you're going to do, you guys, is because here in a second we're going to talk about, Allison, will you keep me updated on time, please? Here in a second we're going to talk about this set sheet. Okay, thank you. And here's the deal: when you go to a party and you retail $1,000 and she gets $100 back in free product, what are you going to gear her towards? What should she spend her $100 on? A set.
Yeah.
She should totally spend it on a set. Okay, so like I had a hostess the other night who, I can't remember exactly how much I sold. I think like $500 and something. So she got $50 back in free product, and I said, dude, you've got to get the roll-up bag because you're going to get the roll-up bag for $150. That is a steal of a deal. That is almost my cost. Okay, and so she did it. Okay, so she got, and here's the deal, you guys. I've got her on all of this awesome product that she's going to reorder, okay, over and over and over again. So I'm going to end up making all that money back anyways that I just gave away. Here's the only thing that I will not ever, like you will not see me ever discount. Now, if she's a hostess and she's getting stuff for free, that's different. But like you'll notice that like our Skin Vigorate brush is not on here. Stuff like that, because she's not going to reorder that stuff. So you don't ever discount something that they can't reorder, because you don't ever have a chance to make your money back on it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. So anyway, so then you're gonna send her. So you invite double, blah blah, and then you just remind her of the time and the place. I'm excited to see you on Thursday. I'll keep you updated on who responds. Thank you so much. Here comes the text to send to your girls. Okay, and then on the next page you'll see where it says below is what she sends to her friends with the picture invitation that you made for her. The picture invitation app that I love to use is called Red Stamp. Red Stamp. It's super cute, it's so professional, and it's easy to use. You don't even have to like think. You just plug in the day, the time, the place, and that's it. It's so easy. Okay? Red Stamp. So you're going to make her her own little red stamp thing and then send her the red stamp and this text right here, and that's what she sends to her friends. Okay? I'm not going to read through this detail by detail, but this text message causes her friends to text you. Okay? Which is what you want. And so they're going to start texting you their RSVP. Okay, this is so embarrassing because I'm recording, but I have got to go to the bathroom so bad. I'm like dancing around up here. Talk amongst
I
yourselves.
will take over.
You will take over?
Yes,
Oh my
where
gosh, you're
are
so
you?
awesome. Just talk amongst yourselves. This is not the bathroom, but Jen's having me toilet. Sorry if you're on the recording. It's so embarrassing. This is like different after you have a baby. Yeah. Once you have a baby, like you get to be.
Yeah. Second one's even worse.
Yeah, I bet.
I do have a brush. That's fine.
I'm freezing.
I know.
I am too. I like just realized I was like, oh,
Which Kendra Scott do you work at?
I work at the one, the Plaza at Preston Center.
Oh, okay. I just went to the one at Legacy.
Yeah,
It was packed. Oh my gosh.
I used to actually work at that one.
Really?
Yeah, it was fun because there was a lot of traffic all the time, but there's some crazy customers.
Really? Oh no.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Well, we just have like a lot of like really good deals that we do, like the birthday
Yes,
discount.
the birthday discount's awesome.
And so like, you know, with things like that, crazy people will come in and be like, it's my mom's sister's, grandma's, aunt's dog's birthday. Like, can I use it? And we're like,
Right. No.
sure. If you have their like birth certificate,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, then they get upset about that.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I mean, the more people you see in a day, like that's bound to happen.
Yeah.
So we just try to be like lenient, but
Exciting.
yeah, it's good.
I will say that everybody's usually nice in there, which is
Yeah, no, I mean, the culture is really amazing.
Yeah.
Like, we really value culture and like sisterhood, like sister rules, especially like our customers too. That's why like when people do have, you know, certain stipulations about certain things, like we want to help them out, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoy it, and I mean, Kendra Scott is a really nice lady too.
she is.
Yeah, she's really sweet.
That's good to know.
She's a
I
mom,
love
like a
children.
sweet mom. She's 3 boys, and
She's young, isn't she?
she's in her late 30s.
Okay.
Or maybe she's like 41 or something.
Okay.
She's like late 30s, early 40s.
Okay.
So I mean, yeah, pretty young to have
That much success.
that. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
That's great.
So yeah, but we're expanding like crazy.
I bet.
I mean, all over the place, and like we just launched in Canada too.
Really?
Yeah, well, because she started off her company like working through Nordstrom's. So before she even had a store, she sold through Nordstrom's, and so I guess Nordstrom's just opened up in Canada. So like
Okay.
we started selling our product in Nordstrom's in Canada. So like kind of crazy,
Yeah.
you know?
That's exciting.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a great company to work for.
That's good.
My roommate's in a sorority, and she always tells me to go buy stuff because they have sales with them. Like they always do, like I guess like kind of profit shares. Like our Greek life always works with Kendra Scott and the
Yeah.
Woodlands.
Yeah, the Market Street, Market Center, Market
Yeah,
Street.
they always work with them.
Yeah.
They just did one like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we do like give back events for like philanthropic organizations or nonprofits.
Okay, y'all,
So-
sorry. You're on the recording. Sorry. Okay, so let's keep going for just a second here before we have to transition and get started. Okay, so this text message that she's going to send to her friend, she's going to send them this, and then she's also going to send them the little red stamp thingy, which will give, you know, the time, the date,
Great.
the location. Red stamp is so awesome. It's so cute. You can use it for other stuff in your life too. It's awesome. And then this text right here is the text that's going to cause her friends to text you. Okay, so you're going to start getting text messages from, hey, Allison, this is Caitlin. I'm friends with Stephanie, and I just want to let you know that I'll be at her party on such and such day, time, place, whatever. Okay, then below, underneath that, that is what you send to her guests that are RSVPing to you. Okay, so if Stephanie's my hostess and Allison is a guest, and she texts me and says, hey, this is Allison, just letting you know I'm coming to Stephanie's party. They usually say something like that. Okay, so then it says, hey, Allison, I'm super excited to meet you on Thursday. For your gift bag, do you want more makeup or skincare body care? Also, if you could answer these questions, and this part's really important because this is your qualifying questions. Number one, have you ever used Mary Kay before? Why am I asking her that? To figure out if she has a consultant. Okay, number two, is there anything specific going on with your skin? Okay, that helps you know what you need to pack out of your inventory. Number three, is your skin type normal, dry, combination, oily? That also helps you know what to pack out of your inventory because you know what roll-up bags to take with you. Okay, and so if she texts you back and is like, yeah, I love Mary Kay. My skin's pretty great right now, but I'm combination. Okay, what do you need to respond with?
Like, who's your
Oh, awesome.
consultant?
Do you have a consultant that you're using?
Awesome. I'm so glad you love Mary Kay. Do you have a beauty consultant that's currently servicing you? And you guys, a lot of the time what you're going to hear is, oh no, it's been years since I tried Mary Kay. Okay, she's free and clear. Move in on her. Okay, yes.
Okay, so are these, so I know that this is all just like to educate and to make the process move smoothly. So are these something that you use every time? So let's just say you were booking, like you called up your friend or you texted your friend and they're hosting a party because they want to try the product. Are you doing all of this with them, or are you doing this with your referral people, the people that are referred to try and build up their parties because they don't know you've never met you. You don't have a relationship. Because if you have a relationship with somebody, you can kind of like, or I say this, like, I'm like, it would mean a lot to me, Brandy, and you need to do it so you can get free stuff.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
do you do all of that also with people you know?
So there are some people, I think I told you this the other day, there are some people in your life that you know you can call up and say, hey, I need you to host a party for me, and I need there to be 6 people there. Yeah. And they'll do it. Okay. I still think you're doing her a great service if you make the invitation for her and you say, here, text this to your friend so that they'll text me, because this, honestly, you guys, is more for our convenience than hers. Yeah. Because now we're figuring out, because we're business women, we carry inventory, you know, so we're figuring out, like, okay, you know, so we're business women, we carry inventory, right? Well, if every party you don't know who's showing up, you have to put all of your inventory in your car. That is totally annoying. Okay, but so it helps you to kind of qualify what this party's going to look like. Okay, and I do think it still makes it just easy for your friend. If you give her an invitation, you give her the picture, and then it also just helps you to figure out too, because your friend has no clue if her friend has a beauty consultant that she's using. You know, like if Jen had hosted that party for you the other night, she probably would have had no clue that Tammy had a consultant. You know,
I didn't know until actually we were at work and Regina said it.
Yeah. So then that does this, you know, that getting her friends to text you helps you out too. Okay. But yeah, you're going to have some friends that you're probably not going to have to go through the whole process with.
Random question. How many roll-up bags do you take to a party? You take one for every person?
One for every person.
You do? Okay.
Yeah. So the concept is, if you've got 5 women sitting around the table, the concept is that you want to have 5 roll-up bags sitting there, because you want them to all be able to walk out with one if they want to. We want them to be able to have that like attachment to it and walk out with them if they want to. Yes.
Okay. You mentioned asking about what skin type, because then you know what roll-up bag to take. What if it all has the same stuff? Like, what's different about that? Great
question. So I love this, because Caitlin recruited without ever having been to a party or a facial or anything. So she's like in the dark here.
Yeah.
She's like in the dark here. So the Miracle set, which is what we build our roll-up bags with, are differentiated by skin type.
Okay, so,
So
you
some of
have
them will be
to choose.
normal, dry, combination, oily.
So how do you know how many to get of which kind?
So basically that's where
I know, right?
that's
It's hard.
that's my job, just as your director to,
Okay.
you know, kind of build your inventory. And with the normal dry versus combination oily, I just do half and half.
Okay.
Like the other day when she ordered mine, I have no clue what to order, and I just told her, okay, I'm ordering 3,000.
I want this
And
package,
she's like,
yeah.
okay, well, then she's like, okay, let me call you back and we'll put this all together. So
Yeah.
then I look at what she sent me as far as a breakdown. That way I know what got
Yeah.
on there. basically.
Yeah.
And then you just, so if two of the guests text you back and they're like, no, I don't have a consult, no, I've never used Mary Kay before, my skin's kind of blah, blah, you know, I have a little bit of acne, you might want to throw a little clear proof in the car, that's our acne line, but my skin's combination oily. So if you got 3 people that text you back they're combination or oily, and 2 text you back that they're normal dry, well, you put 2 combo oily bags in your car and 2 normal dry.
Okay.
Women love customization too. So for them to sit down at their little seat and their little bag is right in front of them with their own little skin tap in it, it makes them feel
Important.
Value.
important, valued,
Yes.
special, however you want to say it. Okay, is that good?
It's great.
Okay, does this help you guys?
This is helpful.
Yes, it's very helpful. And remember, you guys, this document is on our Facebook page under the Files tab. Okay, so really quickly, I am going to go over with referrals back here really fast. So my favorite referral scripts are the ones that I got from Executive National Sales Director Leah Carta. She was so awesome and shared these with us. But this is great. It says, so at the skincare class, okay, so you've got your friend booked. She's holding a skincare class for you. Let's go over back here. There are some documents at that party that you will need. Okay, so these are the 2 most important ones. This one is called the customer profile card. Okay, so y'all can see it. This is what they write their name on and their address and all that stuff. This is what helps you keep up with them. You guys will see me use these today in there, okay, in the skincare class. This piece of paper, hear me, listen very closely. This is worth like thousands of dollars, this piece of paper, okay, when it has names on it. Okay, this is called the Fabulous Game, and this is our referral system. Okay, so during the skincare class, there is a designated time that we have them fill out the referral game. Okay, do not be afraid to ask for referrals. Just, if that is a fear you have, I'm just telling you right now, get over it, because people, they will give you referrals if you ask. Okay, and you just got to tell them, y'all, I am building a business. This piece of paper is very important to me. I need to meet people. Okay, and they'll do it. Okay, so anyways, after your party, you've got these fabulous games, okay, with all kinds of names and numbers on them. So then you sit down with your referral text, and it's copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. There's a lot of copying and pasting, okay? If you have an iPhone, there is such thing as a shortcut. You guys know about shortcuts in your iPhone?
Fabulous iPhone user.
Yes, you should get with the program.
Yeah, you can like text like 2 letters and like.
It fills it in for you.
Yeah.
Yes. So shortcuts are really helpful with this. So referral text. Hey Debbie, this is Tracy with Mary Kay. I don't think we've met, but Jen Botham said text is the best way to reach you. She was gifted with 10 $25 gift cards with a complimentary facial and wanted one of them to go to you. Should I text or call with details? P.S. Here's a picture of me and Jen. Just so you know I'm a real person. Okay, you guys, there is so much value in her seeing your face. So much value. Like if, you know, Caitlin had been at a party I had done, I would have been like totally taking a selfie with her. And then I'm sending that picture to all of her friends with this text message. It establishes immediate trust because she sees you with her friend. Okay, so it immediately establishes trust. And that's what this is all about, you guys. This is all about relationships and trust. Okay, because let me tell you something. When you are at a skincare class, what are you really selling? Yourself. That's what you're selling. because when they like you and they trust you and they feel like you have their best interest at heart, they will buy product from you. Okay, and sometimes it's not because they like the product. Sometimes it's because they like you. Okay,
Well,
and
a lot of people know that I don't sell something that I don't use myself or
right, exactly. Same, yes,
you know,
yes,
like
yes.
I'm comfortable with it.
Yes, exactly.
It's 9:30.
What time?
9:30.
Okay, thank you. So, so that's what you blast out to all of your referrals. And literally, y'all, I will sit down with one fabulous sheet at a time and just go through the whole thing at one time. Okay? So then on the next page, you're going to see a lot of repeat. I mean, a lot of this stuff is the same stuff we just talked about, so I'm not going to get super detailed with it right now. Uh-oh, I don't want this to get off. Okay. I think it's okay. Yes, we're good. So then when she texts you back and she says, hey, that's awesome, text me. Okay, because you just asked her, do you want her to call or text the details? Newsflash, if they say call, it's probably an older person. No offense, but it is. Normally. Okay, so then you text back. Hey, okay, I'm so excited to book this with you. We'll be doing a Mary Kay facial with a microdermabrasion treatment. They're like $200 at the spa, so it's a great deal. You get to use your gift card that Jen so generously offered you and a swag bag with free products. Most people loved, okay, now here's this is the important part. Most people love doing this experience with a few girlfriends. Ding, 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 like you're turning her into a party. Okay, you can totally have up to 6 people join you as long as they're over 18. Okay, now you can play with that number, obviously. Okay. I'm very seasoned in my business, so that number for me is 12. You can totally have up to 12 people join you. Okay. Some of you that are a little bit newer, you may want to keep that number down a little bit. Okay. And then it says right now I'm booking this blank through blank. What day and time would work best for you? Okay, let me explain to you why that booking process is a little bit different than when you're booking your list people and asking them weeknight or weekend. With a referral, you don't really know her. You don't know her, okay? So it's really important that you get to be face-to-face with her as soon as possible, okay? Because the further out you book a referral, the less and less chance you have of her actually holding the appointment. Because she doesn't have a great attachment to you yet. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So you say, right now I'm booking this, and I always give them the next day. Like today, when I go home and book my referrals, I'll say, I'm booking this Sunday through, and I only will go the next 7 days. So whatever the next, March the 13th or whatever. What day or time would work best for you? Yes.
Have you ever asked the person who gave you the referral or wrote down the referral, have you ever asked them any more information about the person or asked them if they wanted to go with you?
Sometimes my hostesses, I will get to go with me over and over again because it's a great layering tool. Like if I really like her and I really want her on my team and she's really not ready to sign up yet, I'll say, oh, that's a shame that you're not ready to sign up yet because your friend Allison's hosting a party for me on Tuesday night. I'm about to make a lot of money, so you should come with me. But she sees me work, okay? And I've done that. I do that a lot. And they'll go with me and they see me work and they see the process all over again. But what am I really doing? I'm training her. I'm totally training her. She signs up and she's like, knows what to do because she's seen me do it. Okay. So then they'll text back, hey, Tuesday at 7 would be great. And then you say this one. Do you see how repetitive this is? Like, it's so easy. And we look so smart when we do it, but I mean, we are smart, but it says, yay. Okay, my assistant will be in office tomorrow and she'll start working on your swag bags. Now, here's the deal. You all have an assistant. Okay? You all do. It might be your dog. It might be your kid. It might be your husband. It might be your bestie that comes over to watch The Bachelor with you. I don't care who it is, but you have an assistant. It sounds professional. It sounds professional. It makes people kind of go, oh, like, okay, yes.
What do you put in a swag bag?
I'm about to talk about that.
How much are you investing in that?
Yes, I'm about to talk about that. Okay, So she'll start making your bags. Go ahead and copy. Does it sound familiar? Go ahead and copy and send the 2 texts below. I would go ahead and send to 15 people. That way 8 to 9 will show. Is this sounding familiar? If all 15 RSVP yes, then I'll break the rules and give away more free stuff with this little monkey emoji. Y'all know that one, who I'm talking about? I'm excited to meet you on whatever. I'll keep you updated on who responds. If I get responses starting tonight, you get a free mascara. Okay, now here's the deal with that. I want her to immediately start texting that stuff out. So I will bribe her with a free mascara to get her friends to start RSVPing to me right then and there. Okay. Here comes the text to send to your girls. And then guess what you send to her? The red stamp invitation and the same text that we already talked about. Okay. This one, the verbiage on it is a teensy-tiny little bit different because they're referrals. You don't know them. So it's a little bit different, but mostly the same. And this is the same text that causes her friends to text who? You. Okay, so they start texting you. Hey, Tracy, this is so-and-so. I'm coming to so-and-so's party on such and such day. Then guess what you send? Hey, Allison, I'm so excited to meet you. For your gift bag, do you want da-da-da-da-da? Also, could you answer these questions? Have you ever used Mary Kay before? I mean, it's the same thing. Okay? So let's talk about swag bags really quick, and then we'll have to get ready for our meeting. So in swag bags, okay, so women love customization. Women love personalization. Okay, so we offer them a makeup swag bag or a skincare swag bag. Okay, now y'all will laugh at me because those, especially those of you that have been around me a little bit longer, because this is so fitting of my personality. I only make one. I don't make a makeup or a skincare bag because that is just like, oh, too much detail for me. Okay, so this is what I do. I make one bag and it has in it a microdermabrasion sample, a little mini peach satin hands sample, lotion thingy, a pink parfait lip gloss sample.
Stand by.
Okay, I'm gonna say it again. And an ultimate mascara sample. Okay, so it's a microdermabrasion sample, mini peach hand cream sample, pink parfait lip gloss sample, and a mascara sample.
And we can just buy these samples.
Yep, on section 2. Okay, and then I put them in little cellophane baggies. Mascara. I put them in little cellophane baggies and I put little curling ribbon on them and they're all cute. Okay, so they're getting my 2 favorite cosmetic products, the makeup, the mascara, and the lip gloss. And they're getting my 2 favorite skincare body care products. Okay, and then this is what I say at the party. I'll say, now Jen, listen, I know you asked for a makeup swag bag, but I just really, yes, y'all know how Oprah does Oprah's favorite things? Well, today, y'all are getting Tracy's favorite things. Yay! So you're getting my 2 favorite skincare products.
You get a card.
You get a card. You get a card. Okay, so you're getting my 2 favorite skincare products are microdermabrasion, and by this point, they've already used it. So you're getting the microdermabrasion, which I know you love so much, and you're also getting my favorite hand cream that we have, and then you're also getting my favorite mascara and my favorite lip gloss, because I wanted you to have the best of both worlds. Okay? It makes her feel important, special, valued, loved. Okay? And I only have to make one stinky goodie bag. Okay? Because in my opinion, all right? So, but you see my thought process there? Okay, so that's how I roll with that. Okay, so now we've been through the booking process of booking people that you already know, booking referrals, all that kind of stuff. And remember, you guys, that packet is on our Facebook page under our files. So you can pull that up and print it off. And next week or next boot camp, I'll go over the rest of it. But you guys will see me use most of the documents that are in that packet in the skincare class today.
Real quick, or did you say we can buy the extra sample of that?
It's on InTouch. Yeah, section 2 on InTouch, which is under the same ordering tab as where you order retail product. And the greatest place to get your cellophane goodie bags from, you guys, is a website called mygirlfriendshouse.com, because you can buy them in bulk, so they're a lot more cost effective. mygirlfriendshouse.com. Cool? you learn something today? Woo! Shout out something you learned. Anything?
Referrals.
Referrals,
Having
yes.
good pumps.
Yes.
Having good
Swag bags, yes.
Look at those
yes.
appointments ASAP. Don't
Yeah.
wait. Yeah.
Yay, good. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and get ready for our meeting happening here in just a couple minutes. Those of you that have guests coming, go ahead and get their trays set up and all that good stuff. And then Ashley volunteered to be our DJ today. Oh, I need to stop the recording. Okay, bye.